New moon in Sagittarius on December 1st. Y'all, we got one heck of a wild fire to the face, truth bombing, take no bullshit, move forward on your highest path forward kind of a new moon. It is also a very rare lineup with the Great Attractor. It is an auspicious, mystical, but not mystical, disembodied, disassociated, outside of our lives and ourselves. Not mystical in that way. Mystical in a bring it in, make it manifest. Isn't this good? So here's the two big things with this new moon, and I'll dive into all of this and explore the aspects and really give us some good practices to work with in a minute. But the two big things that this new moon is opening the door to us for is, one, a lot of luck. A lot of luck. A lot of luck in alignment with your truest truth. That's the caveat, right? A lot of luck, a lot of grace, but it's got to be in alignment with your truest truth, your true self. That's Sagittarius. Demands. Like, yes, I will help you manifest that relationship. Yeah. I will help you call him in. I will help you call her in, right? I will help you do that, and I will do that in miraculous, wild, seemingly magical kind of ways. But that has to be in accordance with your true essence. Now, there's a couple of things around that, right? We'll talk about that in a minute, right? How do you get to your true essence? How do you know exactly what it is that you deeply, truly want? Because there's usually a lot of like social norms on top of that. There's usually a lot of like expectations and roles and things you thought you should be doing. And then there's the ego versus the soul. And this is coming from soul. When we talk true self, we can also say soul self. So it's, instead of it being little self, ego self, it's true self. But it's when we tap into that true essence of self, right? And the truth of what we really fucking want. This is Sag energy. Sag energy is no bullshit, in your face, the truth of what you really fucking want. And when you can bring that into your mind, because most of us, we don't even know the truth of what we really fucking want. Let's be honest about it. We don't know what we fucking want. We know what everybody else wants for us. We know what we thought we wanted. We know a lot of other things. But when it comes to like deep, true self, soul self, we don't know what we fucking want. Because oftentimes it's something that we want that society doesn't agree with, or that we don't think is of value, or that we don't think we can make money with, or that we think if we do it, we're going to lose a whole bunch of shit in the process. Sag energy is asking you to stop being afraid of true self and of true desires. That's Sag. Sag doesn't care. Sag does not. Sag is all about truth. Truth, true self. And let everything else shed off of you. That's a really powerful practice to do. Let everything shed. That'll be practice number 1 for this new moon. Let everything else shed off. Let every false part fall away. Every little false part that is not truest true self and truest true desires. Let it all fall away. Let it all, like, it is crazy, crazy powerful. All right, now I know I said that there were 2 parts to this, right? That was only part 1. Like, of the 2 main themes. Part 1 is true self, true essence, right? Getting to that core. The second one is, let me feel into it for a second. I want to get my words right so that we can really sink our teeth into this and make it happen. The second part is accessing truest true self and truest desires, right? Truest true self, and part of our truest true self is, what is it that we really truly want to experience in this life? What is it that we really truly, like, my soul is longing to experience this. I was born for this. I was made for this. I was built for this, right? You can feel that in truest true self, right? And so truest true self. And then it's this, the second part is, let me magnetize those experiences in. That's the second part. That's the Great Attractor, being conjunct this new moon. Y'all, this is insane. This is insanely good. It's insanely good. But it's very easy to miss the magic of the moment, because many of us have been trained, and not our fault at all, have been trained to follow false desires, more surface level wants, more surface level cravings. And this is saying, if you can become conscious to, aware of, like conscious to, if you can become conscious to what you truly deeply desire to experience, I, Great Attractor, along with Mercury Retrograde, along with this new moon, those are the three big powerhouses. We'll talk about that in a second. That's what I'll dive into next, is the three big powerhouses, how to like embody them, how to open to them, awaken to the mystical energy that is in all three of those. But now I lost my train of damn thought. I hate when that happens. So I think I was talking about like missing the magic and missing the moment. It's like having to get to true self. And then it's like that essence of, you know, the law of attraction sort of stuff. That's like, we can really work with the energetics of magnetism, you know, the do without doing, in just the innate being of myself, when I'm in accordance with my wisdom centers, when I'm in accordance, my heart is in accordance with my brain is in accordance with my gut is in accordance with that core true self, right? That core true self, when everything is in accordance with that, right? And I'm conscious too. That was the piece I was sharing about. I have to become conscious too. It's like you have to own it. Becoming conscious to it is what brings it into the mind, into the heart, into the belly. And you run it. This is practice number 2, right? You run it through the whole of your being, right? So you tap into true self, true desires, go deeper, get past the false, get past the layers, go deeper. This is my true self. This is like, I see one thing in my head. When I feel into my true essence and my true self and what it is that my soul really, truly, genuinely wants to experience, I see one thing. It's like a symbol of a thing. I see one thing, and I have 3 words that I repeat to myself. I'm not going to share them with you because it just describes the thing. So it's not a big deal. Like, you're not missing out on anything. This is just like Sabrina weirdness. But you feel for you, like whatever that one thing is, and then you just hold that true self, you hold it, right? And then you've got to become conscious to that part. Like, become conscious to it. And instead of it being out here, oh, mystical fairy tale fantasy, I'm never going to make it. It's never really going to happen. It's not actually for me. You bring it right fucking here. You talk about it to someone. You write it down. You have a little like 3-word mantra like I have that just like aligns me to it. Now here's the practice number 2. So you become conscious to it. You align to it. And then you bring it through your head, your heart, your gut. The whole thing. Just bring the whole center of your being, right? Some of you work with me and we work with the upper, middle, lower wisdom centers. And we also work with the central column. You just bring it through the whole of the central column. You bring upper, middle, lower wisdom centers all into alignment, and you run that truest, deepest desire that you can access in this moment through those full 3 things. That opens up that second point, which is the magnetism capacities in ourselves right now. You can attract this in. You can attract in the people, the places, the events, the grace, the bliss, the magical shit that you need to make it happen. Do you see that there's steps required though? Those steps are required. 1, accessing that. 2, bringing that one symbol, that one word, or for me it's 3 words, right? That one thing, and you run it through the whole, you get into that alignment piece, right? And then that aligns with Great Attractor. This is an extremely, if you want to go do some like researching on this, go research the Great Attractor in astrology. Go research it. It is like a vacuum-like energy that literally can suck universes into it. Yeah. If we don't think that that is a powerful force to attract in our beloved, to attract in, the thing that aligns with our greatest purpose, the person, the place, the event, the job opportunity, the, fertility thing in ourselves so we can have the baby, that is what our soul is deeply, truly longing for at this moment in time. If we don't think that something as powerful as the Great Attractor that can literally swallow fucking universes can do some of that for us in our lives, I don't know, but like, we're missing the magic. All right, let me just also pause here for a moment and say, Of course, in this conversation, if there is something here that doesn't resonate with you, I so very much respect that. I honor that. Chuck it in the fucking bucket. So if you're like, dude, I don't know about this great attractor swallowing universes, and I don't know that I can actually tap into that energy and I can actually like become a little flavor of that essence so that I can attract into things that are deeply, truly for me, that's okay. You can chuck that in the fucking bucket, right? But it might be worth, just saying, it might be worth meditating on. It might be worth, it's Sag energy. It might be worth expanding your horizons into something, into a new paradigm, into something you didn't believe was possible. It's part of what Sag is about. It's part of what this whole season is about, is really opening up our minds. It's like sometimes, have you ever seen where like a miracle literally happens? A miracle literally happens in front of 10 people. Everyone's looking at the same event and only 5 people saw the miracle. The other 5 people never saw the miracle. They couldn't see the miracle. They couldn't see it because they didn't have an expanded enough mind to see it, right? That's this moment in time. So it's like having an expanded enough mind, a mystical enough paradigm, and open enough to the mysteries and the magic mind and sense of self so that we can see it, so that we can not only see it, but we can tap into it and that we can work with it. By the way, if you're in membership, this is what we're doing on December 1st. This is our December workshop, is all of this that I'm talking about. If you're not in membership, you are so crazy, wild, beautifully welcome to join us in membership, right? You'll find details on that below. It's a live workshop on December 1st, but you get the replay for the whole month of December if you're up for it. All right. There's also, by the way, in membership, there's also a workshop called the Great Attractor. You definitely want to do that. Yeah, gonna want to do that this month between December 1st to, I would say the 7th. On December 5th, there's this wild lineup. This is something I've never seen. I've never seen this in my whole life of looking at astrology. I don't know when this is going to happen again. I don't know if this won't happen again in my lifetime. I'm pretty confident. It is a very rare lineup. Mercury retrograde. They talk about the Cazimi point in a Mercury retrograde as a very, very powerful point. The Cazimi point is when Mercury is at his halfway point in his retrograde, conjuncts the sun. It is a powerful point. It is a point of revelation. You get the things that the retrograde was about. Now, the retrograde, Mercury retrograde in the sign of Sag, is about putting you on a higher trajectory, putting you into alignment with higher truths. Your higher truths, your higher trajectory, your higher timeline, your personal growth and expansion at this moment in time in the highest way that it possibly can right now. So it wants to pivot you, it wants to move you, it wants to shift stuff in your life, it wants to trickster Mercury, mess with communications, mess with travel, Sag energy, mess with travel, mess with communications, so that it can maneuver you into a higher timeline. Isn't that beautiful? That's actually what Mercury retrogrades are about. Actually, he's a psychopomp. He's a messenger of the soul. He's literally always, when he's in a retrograde, getting you back into alignment with your highest timeline, getting you back into alignment with soul, with true essence. The thing we started the conversation with, right? The number one point, the number one theme of this new moon, right? Which is true essence, tapping into true self, true desires in the deepest, truest way that I possibly can. Getting to that no bullshit, not letting society tell you, family tell you, old patterns tell you, your weird fucked up value systems that you got, you think this is valuable or that is not valuable, or you don't want to do it because it ain't going to make you any money, or you might lose some friends, but it's really your deep, true soul desire, right? It's like shedding all the shit and really owning that deep, true soul desire. And Mercury retrograde is helping this happen. So let's come back to why December 5th is such a crazy powerful day, which I would very much say, like, do something on December 5th. Something, right? The something that would be the most powerful would be to embody these archetypal energies, would be to do Great Attractor Workshop, would be to do the Mercury retrograde if you're in IX, the archetypes, would be to do these exercises, these practices, the journey that we're doing in membership on December 1st. It would be to do, it doesn't have to be rewilding shit, but go find someone who's doing Great Attractor, who's doing Mercury, and who's doing your true essence of self and Sagittarius energy. Go find some way to embody those energies, open up to those energies, tap into those sacred energies, because I'm telling you what, this is one of these moments in time that we do not want to miss. Like, you do not want to miss the magic. I do not want to miss the magic. You better believe December 5th is going to be my fucking day. Like, it is my day. And it is into coming into alignment and absolutely opening up to the grace. It is such grace. It is such magic. It is such, the mystical stuff that we thought wasn't possible is so possible. Mind expansion. We've got to expand into it. We've got to open up our minds to at least having a sliver of openness. A sliver of openness to miracles happening, things you thought were never possible. Just having a sliver of openness of like, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to go try this bones workshop on December 1st that Sabrina keeps harping on about, right? It's $59. I get that that's an investment for some people. I also get that that's just like a drop in the nothingness for some people. Whatever it is for you, that's what it is. And I'd love to share it with you. Even if you just come join Bones for a month, you get that. You do the Great Attractor Workshop. There's 7 other fucking hours of workshops in there that are all about aligning with soul, which is what this new moon is all about. All right. Yada, yada, yada. My goodness. I don't even know where we got off on that tangent. Let me feel for a second. Let's go back to December 5th. All right. So December 5th, right? What is this auspicious day? What are you talking about? You ended with the sun being conjunct Mercury. You were saying this Cazimi thing is an auspicious, rare point. Yes, it's powerful and it's revelatory. We get to see what the Mercury retrograde was about, what it is about. We're still in retrograde for another 10 days, right? It went from November 25th, it started, goes to December 15th. So we've still got another 10 days of the retrograde. But by the 5th, we start to see the pivots that we need to make, want to make, the things that we want to attract in, call in, that align with that one true self vision we have of our highest path forward. One true self vision we have of our highest path forward. By the way, if you don't know what that one true vision of highest path forward is, come to workshop on December 1st, right? I am going to take us into practices that open that up for us. I'm going to cut through the noise, cut through the bullshit so that you can access, right? Get past this layer, 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 this layer. It is a powerful vortex of Shakti that just takes us into truth. It just takes us into truth. I love the energetics that this circle holds. It blows me away every time. There's 1,000 members in Bones. Can you believe that? 1,000 members in Bones. And the energetics that this glorious, wild, beautiful, potent circle holds blows me away every time. Just stepping into that circle strips away the false layers. Strips away the false layers and takes us into that deeper, truer place within self. So if you're like, wow, this sounds great, Sabrina. I don't know how to access my just Bones. Come on the 1st or watch the replay if you missed it on the 1st. Okay. My gosh, I'm really fired up. Can you feel how fired up I am? I don't know that I've been more fired up about a circle, about a Bones workshop this whole year. I'm not sure that I've been more fired up. Like this one, like it is pulling out all the stops and we're really going for it. I just have not seen astrology like this. I have not seen a lineup like this. Okay, this December 5th, let me tell you why this lineup. You ready for it? This is it. This is why it's so auspicious, so wild, so crazy, so beautiful, and you don't want to miss it. Mercury conjuncts the sun in that Cazimi, right? The revelations are coming about what it is to pivot. It's on the Great Attractor. Y'all, it's on the Great Attractor. Let me just say that one more time. It's on the Great Attractor. That point that can swallow universes whole. It's on that. It's called the Great Attractor because it opens in you your capacity to attract things in, to magnetize things in. It's the do without doing. You literally do, by your energetic vibration, resonate with the other energetic vibration of the things, right? That either need to be pushed away. It's not just pulling it in. It's also pushing away that which is not on that frequency of true self, of the highest path forward. What is your true self, right? Can you feel that? Can you feel that? So this is where we don't want to miss the magic because we have to be in alignment with the deep true self. It's Sagittarius. You don't get to bullshit Sagittarius. They don't care. You will not access the magic if it's not coming from deep true place. That's just how this is. And I'm just telling, we don't have to work with this. You do not have to work with this at all. You don't even have to believe any of the stuff that I'm saying. Again, chuck it in the fucking bucket if it doesn't serve. But if there's any part of you that's like, I don't know, like, let me just try it. Do a meditation. Do a meditation on this. Do something, right? Do something. And the best things are going to be the somethings that really get you into your true self. And then accessing that sacred energy, that psycho-spiritual energy, that sacred technology, which we can all access it. We can all access it. You can access this. You can, I promise you. My mom can access this, right? She's a farmer from Wisconsin. My mom can access this. She might need to be pointed toward where it is. She might need like an activation or a transmission. But if I stood in front of my mom and I said, Mom, here's Great Attractor energy. Follow me. Follow me. Just grab onto my coattails. Follow me. Like, follow me. Let's open up to this, Mom. My mom would open up to this. So opening up to this sacred technology that is the Great Attractor, and you move that through yourself. By the way, you can do that today in the Great Attractor workshop, which is a bonus in membership. So if you're like, I don't want to wait till the first round, I want to do this now. Amazing. Go for it. Go for it. It's alive and active now. Like, it's going on. Like, it's awake. It's alive. It's beautiful through until about December 7th, like I was saying. Okay, so let's talk about this. So you access this sacred technology in yourself, right? You open up the doors to the sacred technology of the Great Attractor, right? And you literally shift your trajectory forward. You literally, without working hard, there's no efforting here. It's not about slogging our way, like Saturnian slogging our way 1 foot up the fucking hill at a time. It's literally just bang, bang, everything gets rewired. The things that support your highest path forward, grace. This is grace. This is grace. It's benevolent. It's miracles. It's magic. It's stunning. You want to add to this? You ready for it? Back to why December 5th is ridiculously crazy, potent, powerful, one of the wildest things I've ever seen, might ever see in my life. It's opposing Jupiter. The Grace Bomber. Yeah, the Grace Bomber. We all know Jupiter is about expansiveness. Jupiter is linked to Sagittarius, right? Sagittarius is the home of Jupiter. Jupiter being perfectly opposed. I just want to check out my, I want to check out this astrology chart super quickly. Oh gosh, I only have it set for the new moon on the 1st. Let me just see if I can move this really quick. Let me just do it for us. I want to pull this up for us so I can get you a few more details. So just bear with me. I am so sorry. I know I hate pausing and being slow like this. Okay, here we go. Jupiter is 2 degrees off, right? So Mercury is conjunct the sun on 14 degrees of Sagittarius, which is the Great Attractor on 14 degrees. So those are perfected. Those 3 are perfected. Now Jupiter is opposite them, off by 2 degrees. He's at 1629. Yeah, off by 2 degrees. Only 2 degrees. So this is literally more grace coming at us. More good fortune, more good luck coming at us. Now the trick with Jupiter is to open up to receiving. Yeah, some of us have problems with that. I know I'm one of them. I always think I have to work really, really hard to earn something. But this is saying your hard work is in the alignment with your truth. That's the hard work. That's the only hard work that there is here, is just being radically honest about what it is that you truly, deeply, from a true self, soul self standpoint, what it is that you truly, deeply desire to experience in this lifetime. And then once you stand in that, you sit in that, you run it through upper, lower, middle wisdom centers. Again, we're going to do all of this on the 1st. So if you want to be guided into this, come join me. Just do it for a month. Try this thing out. Who knows? This is the one I'm the most excited about this year. This is the workshop I'm the most excited about this year. I'm telling you what. Anyways, totally your call. All right, but move it through, get that alignment piece, pull in the Great Attractor energetics, right? Open up to that sacred technology. Like I said, my mom could do this. Open up to that sacred technology and just let it happen. Let it happen. Let it happen. Let it happen. Let the wisdom energy do it. Let the great attractor sacred wisdom energy. It's just the wisdom energy, and you can access it. My mom can, right? And you let it happen. So this next final point, this will be the last point that I share with us. I'll do all the other points in the workshop so I don't make this too long and too boring. And you're like, my God, Sabrina, you're screaming at me in my face. I know. I'll stop in a minute. The receiving. So that final piece is being so open to receiving the grace and the gifts, receiving the grace and the gifts, being open to receiving that much grace, that many gifts for what for some of us will seem like for nothing. But it's just like, I'm just open. I'm just open to the greatest unfolding. I'm open to the greatest unfolding, even if that means that I have to learn how to receive a lot more love. Even if that means that I have to learn how to receive a lot more blessings. Even if that means I have to learn how to receive just random stuff dropping out of the sky that is in support of my highest path forward. It's that. That's this new moon. I'd love to work with you. I'd love to be with you in bones. There's also a couple of other things that we have going on for holiday offers. You can check those out. I would very much check that out. That's the sacred archetypal activation. That's the activation of sacred technologies of 36 archetypal energies. Like Mercury, we just talked about, that is a sacred archetypal technology that you activate in yourself. It opens up your mystic mind. It opens up the translating capacity between the spirit and the mundane, between the sacred and the mundane, between spirit and logical, rational mind, right? That's one of the sacred technologies that it opens up in there. Jupiter, another aspect, really opening up the sacred technology to work with Jupiter and to be open, to be able to expand into and open up to receive more grace and gifts and blessings. So all of these archetypal energies have a sacred technology associated with them. In IX, the immersion experience, 36 archetypal energies, it's the activation of all 36 of those. If you want to just come and try some of this stuff out a little bit, come and join Bones, right? IX, that's a year-long program. That's a really intense deep dive, but there's a really cool holiday offer on it. You get a free ticket to a weekend event, $1,000 value at the moment, up to $1,300, because right now there's an early bird special on those tour tickets. But when you join IX, you get a free weekend, Berlin, London, Sydney. Those event tickets are also on sale too. That's part of the holiday bonuses. Okay, enough. I would love to see you in Bones on December 1st or on the replay to work with this energy, right? Or go dive in there now. There's the Great Attractor Workshop waiting for you. All of that energy, just open it up. Work with it before we come together on the circle. Work with it the moment you're seeing this, like go do it right now. Like right now, it's literally accessible. It's just waiting for you. Go dive into that. If you're in membership, you already have it in your members area, right? Go get it. If you're not, it takes you like 3 minutes, 2 minutes, a minute, I don't know, a minute to sign up. Like you just literally click the button, type in your stuff, click send, you get the email, there's your members area. Go dive into Great Attractor. Okay, my gosh, happy new moon, happy holidays. I love you all. I'm really grateful for you all. My greatest blessing that I can give to you is just go for it. No matter how that is, no matter what that is, right? No matter what that is, this December 1st through the December 7th, like just let it fly. Like let it fly. Let your potentials fly. Let your highest self fly. However that is, right? Whatever that is, like can we all just step into this newer and truer? Because you stepping into your newer and truer, that supports me stepping into my newer and truer, right? Like the more that we all step into our newer and truer, into our newer and truer, the more that ripples out into the world. And so just sending you like so much love for that and so much grace for that and so many blessings for that. Here's to the newer and truer. Love you guys.